behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV. Time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a great interview coming up shortly. But before we begin, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and bell buttons below you there, and it'll help you notify you of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you pay attention to the description part here on YouTube as well as the closing credits, you'll find contact info. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Prosperity, South Carolina today, we have Trip Hamby, another fine country artist. I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in a second, but first here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show and Woody's Drumsticks. And remember, if you purchase any of those drumsticks there at Woody's and type Paul Mash TV at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. So anyway, don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
At Woody's Drumsticks, we focus all of our sticks on being a hair longer than everybody else's. Why? Well, all of our sticks are going to be going through the same quality control process as every other stick on the planet. However, the extra length gives you an extended reach, so you can reach for higher cymbals. It makes the sticks last a little longer. We put our shorter taper at the end, which gives more girth in the base of the stick and allows you to play for longer, better, stronger, faster. So once you switch from one brand to Woody's, you'll never go back, and that's a guarantee.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Prosperity, South Carolina today, we have Trip Hamby. Thanks for joining us, Trip.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Paul. This is an honor to be here. I'm excited to hear what you got to ask me.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here today. And the first question I'd like to ask you is, what decided to make you become an artist? I mean, everyone has their own story. Maybe they were musically inclined and family-wise. Maybe they just decided to do it. I mean, everyone has their own story, but let's hear your story.
Yeah, I always just wanted to be. I always loved being in front of people as a kid, and I would sing like the Dukes of Hazzard theme song in front of my family at reunions and whatnot. And so it just kind of was embedded in me at a young age, and I just never quit chasing it.
Well, that's a good song to sing, especially since Merle Haggard sang it.
Right.
So yeah, that was a pretty good song. Well, that's a good story, by the way. What were your influences growing up? I would say maybe Merle Haggard, maybe you have some others.
Yeah, lots of Merle Haggard. Waylon Jennings was another one. A little bit more modernly is like Brad Paisley and that kind of swing. But the number one that I tell a lot of people is Keith Whitley. He's definitely the one that I connected with the most. You know, I love his music. He's probably my greatest ever, if you ask me. And I'm just trying to imitate his sound, and his kind of style of writing is a lot of what I try to do.
Yeah, I love Brad Paisley's music, and like you mentioned, Toby Keith, Keith Whitley, all those. You know, they're awesome modern day country artists, and I can see how you get your sound from them. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about how we can find out more about you? I mean, I'm sure you're on all streaming platforms, but where are you on social media? Where do you have an official web address? So forth. Tell everybody about that.
Yes, sir. You can find any of my music on any of the streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Pandora, SoundCloud, any of that. My social medias, if you want to get in contact with me, are Trip Hamby _music. They're all the same. Sometimes I post like covers, or I let everybody know what's going on and, you know, what I'm writing and stuff like that. So it's definitely something you want to keep up with.
Okay, well, check him out everywhere on social media, streaming media, and all of that. I'm sure that he would love you for that, and he's got more music out there. And speaking of the music, we're going to play this video by him. It's called She Glows. It's a great song, by the way. Is that self-explanatory, or is there a hidden meaning behind the song? Go ahead and tell everybody about that.
No, when I first was playing it for people, they made the joke that it was about someone with radiation poisoning because of the glowing. But no, She Glows is just kind of you know, sometimes people have an aura or a halo about them, and it's just kind of like that gold color that shines around them.
Yeah, that and like I said, that does have a really good story behind the song, and I know you guys out there are gonna love it, and we're gonna get to that in a second. But Trip, thank you so much for being on the show today. If you ever want to come back when you got something new, just let me know. We'll have you back on again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And here it is, "She Glows" by Trip Hamby. It begins right now.
Life is full of colors, this I know. And I've seen everyone on the rainbow. This one girl, she has a special color. It's unique and different from all the others. She don't know that she glows, a bright gold like the angels in my dreams, and like snow falling on top of those trees. She's the purest thing that I'd ever seen. Prettiest shade of gold. One glance and it puts me in a chokehold. And I remember everything she says. I hope that she won't mind my neck glows red. She don't know that she glows, bright gold like the angels in my dreams, and like snow falling on top of those trees. She's the purest thing that I'd ever seen. Remind me of the sky, and that auburn hair looks like a sunrise. Don't you get me started on her smile, 'cause everything about her drives me wild. She don't know that she glows, a bright gold like the angels in my dreams, and like snow falling on top of those trees. She's the purest thing that I'd ever seen. She's the purest thing that I'd ever seen.